Hello again guys, welcome to the SRS channel. This is your host Sven, and today we're gonna take a look at the Street Fighter 4 Ultra Cammy figure from Medicom RAH. As far as I know, this is the first release of this figure, and like the Chun-Li from the same line, that was a 2.0 release. This is the, again, as far as I know, the first release of this figure. As it was with the Chun-Li figure, this one also has a magnetic front that you can open, and inside you can see the figure and all the stuff it comes with, as well as a few pictures on the inside of the lid. So let's open this box after we have taken a look at it. It's a nice picture of the figure on both sides. It's the same picture, and on the back it's a picture of the figure, as well as on the front. So let's get down to business and open up the box. This is how it looks when you open the box, and inside the box you find a squarish stand like with the Chun-Li figure, but this one has only the stand for the figure. And let's lift up the top clamp. This is how the figure looks inside the clamshell, well protected by some plastic material. As you can see, this figure comes with 4 sets of hands, as well as the hands that's on the figure. She comes with her signature hat, the fire kick effect, and as well as an extra head sculpt. Now let's take the figure out of the box and take a look at it. And here is Cammy with in a pose, the famous fireball kick pose. I don't know. I honestly haven't played the game. She comes with a pair of opened hands, relaxed hands, chopping hands, and some kind of semi-relaxed hands, as well as the fisted hands that's on her. She also comes with a secondary screaming head sculpt that I put on her. The hat is attached by a magnet, and the fireball, I think, is some sort of friction based attached or something like that. It seems to fall off due to the weight of it when it's leaned downward. Also, when posing with the fireball or the kicking effect, you have to support the leg with the stand, because the joints can't bear the weight of the fireball and still hold the pose. Yeah. let's put her in a neutral pose and take a better look at the figure itself. So here is the figure in a neutral pose. As with the Chun-Li figure, I'm going to show you both head sculpts side by side. This is the screaming head sculpt, while this is the more relaxed head sculpt. The hair is sculpted, even the parts on her forehead. They look fragile, so if you get this figure, you better be careful with it, because it looks like it might break. So, unlike the Chun-Li figure, these head sculpts have 2 pegs on the face part and a hole, while the head sculpt itself have the 2 ports for the 2 pegs and a bigger peg. Also, the faces are a bit tighter to put on, so you kind of have to wiggle it on. Let's see if we can put this one on without breaking anything. So it seemed like it went on pretty alright. Inside of the hat, I don't know if you can see it, but right there is a little piece. It's a magnet to be able to make the hat stick onto her head. Also, inside of the fireball effect, there is a footprint that matches her boot. And as I mentioned earlier, it's a friction-based connection, because I can't see any magnet in there at all. And it doesn't look like there's a magnet in the boot either. I guess this one will only attach to the right leg boot, because of the shape of the footprint, or the sole print inside the fire effect. Now for the rest of the figure, she looks amazing. It's like with the Chun-Li figure. I don't know if I mentioned it in that video, but the knees are double jointed, the elbows are double jointed, although they are hindered a bit because of the detail part on the gauntlets. You can't get it all the way. You can in fact just get it about there. But that's fine. That's so far you can bend the elbow. I didn't notice on the Chun-Li figure, because of her dress, but you have articulation point right below her shoulder, in the shoulder, and you have up and down movement inside of the color. Like with the Chun-Li figure, these boots on Cammy are sculpted as well, but there's a joint there that allows for the necessary articulation for the feet. As I mentioned in the Prince Dustin review, I don't pose my figures much because I'm afraid I'm going to break something. So I'm sorry that I can't show you her exact articulation limits and such. But yeah, what I can show you, however, is that her braided hair is articulated. It's on a kind of a ball joint. Let's take this off. They can go up and down, as well as they can turn. I'm not sure if you're going to want to call that a ball joint, but it's a joint nevertheless. This is the back of the figure. The outfit is, yeah, as I said, I never played this exact game that she comes from, but I've seen her in another Street Fighter game, and the outfit is spot on, if you ask me, as far as I can remember. Also from the animated Street Fighter movies. She looks just as she should. In my opinion, it's a beautiful figure, but then again, all 1/6 scale figures are beautiful to me, so they're, yeah, I don't have any gripes about this figure or any other figure, because when I grew up, the figures were so simple, and in my opinion, it wasn't much of a collectible until I discovered the 1/6 scale figures with real fabric, multiple joints of articulation, paintwork, and so on. So yeah, it's a beautiful figure. I will recommend it if you're into the Street Fighter games, or if you're like me, you just need to thin out the testosterone in the shelves a bit, so you need a few females. But yeah, Cammy is a beautiful figure. So, as always, guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. More is to come. And above all else, leave me a comment in the comment section and give me your thoughts about this figure. Until then, I see you next time, guys. Bye bye.